What's up, dudes? Mancake here, and I'm sure I sound a little bit different today, so for that I apologize. I'm testing out a new microphone, so if you love it, hate it, let me know in the comments below. I can still use the old one, but this one is a little bit easier for me, so if it's tolerable, let me know. Beyond that, I am playing my franchise once again, as you can tell, and it's versus the Thunder, which I mentioned in my last video, and you know, they got a new starting five this year with the addition of Big Z, and he, you know, he's a little bit old. He's, you know, not as effective as he used to be in Cleveland, but you know, he's still very effective for their system, and you'll see that throughout this entire game. And you know, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, obviously beasts, but James Harden is also a stud. But right there, Kevin Durant starting it off with a bang. That must have been like almost 30 feet, if not more, an insanely tough three-pointer. But Granger's asserting himself early as well, and he's got a couple of easy buckets here early on, but you know, things aren't going well when everybody's hitting shots, especially for the Thunder. And James Harden, he can be pretty beastly, but I stopped him there with Rudy Fernandez getting the sweet block, and I could have forced this shot up with Granger, but I did wait and, you know, waited for the play to evolve here. I'm not using too many plays this game, and I apologize for that. I'm just, you know, not doing amazing this year in my association. I think I'm just a little bit over 500. And you know, I want that to change here, and for whatever reason my offense is just stagnant at times, and you know, I do run plays a little bit too often, so I'm just keeping it simple this game, mixing it up. The Thunder are giving me trouble, and that was just a filthy move there by John Wall, finding Chris Bosh for the nice easy jumper. And you know, things are going well for me when all my players are hitting early on here. And Durant getting rejected by Granger. This is the best I've seen Granger play early on in quite some time. And I see Chris Bosh down here in the post, and that's just an easy little hook shot for him. He's just, as I always say, a stud or a sexy beast, whatever you want to call him. He's just fun to play with. And oh my, Brook Lopez coming out of nowhere for a huge block, but as usual, the computer on Hall of Fame difficulty finds that loose ball, finds the open player, who happens to be Kevin Durant, and he drains it. And I've got an opportunity here for a post-up move, but I pass it up to Jared Bayless. I don't know if I mentioned this. John Wall is actually hurt this in this association right now. He's got like a 70 overall, which isn't terrible, but he is hurt for a couple of weeks. And so is Jared Bayless. So both my point guards are, you know, under the weather. They can't play as effective as they used to play, and you know, I'm not playing great defense here early on either, and that's not helping. And like I said, Ilgauskas rather, playing some big minutes here. Hits a pretty nice little jump hook there with Lopez in his face, but Lopez going right back at him with a little up and under of his own, and you know, definitely asserting himself early on here, and got J.J. Redick guarding Durant, and I know that is not going to be a good matchup. And Chris Humphries off the bench fouls Durant. That leads to an and one for Durant. Chance for a last-second shot here from John Wall. Take it a little bit early with the and one contact, and he drains it in the lane. Just a good game so far, and you know, John Wall doing his thing even though he's injured, which is nice to see. And this is going to seem like a random comment. I know he's playing a good game so far, but I've mentioned this in the past, and I think Shempy has as well. For whatever reason, we just cannot stay consistently. Oh, wow, forgot about that shot by Ebanks. That was pretty nice. But we cannot be consistent with him at all on offense, and he's a pretty big liability on defense. He seems to foul all the time, and I could change that in his like player tendencies, but no, it's not something I'm going to do here. And get a little bit of a nice steal there by JJ, and he throws it up to Jay Wall for the nice alley-oop there. And, you know, I keep getting sidetracked by these plays, but what we're getting to here, what I'm getting to is, you know, Granger is one of my more favorite small forwards in the league right now, just because he's got a pretty nice game offensively, and it's fun to watch him just drain shots, but I just can't seem to be effective with him in this game, and I'm going to have a little bit of trouble re-signing some of my players next year. I'm considering trading him for possibly another small forward of lesser quality and maybe some shooting guard depth. So pretty beastly block there by Brook Lopez. Let me know what you think about that idea. I'm really just looking for somebody who's athletic and really can rebound well at the small forward position. Granger can, but he doesn't seem to have that like first quick bursty step. Like, you know, I don't want a LeBron or KD, Kevin Durant, but you know, I'd like somebody who you know, moves up and down the floor pretty well. Doesn't have to even drain shots. I just want him to be somebody that can score effectively with minimal shots. It seems like I'm having to score a ton with a lot of shot attempts with Granger, and that's all right, but oh my, forgot about this one too. Leaving Ilgauskas open. I forgot about his long shot release there, and he just drains it at the end of halftime. I'm down. Fairly close game, but still, I don't like being down, and these guys, they're giving me trouble. I look away for 2 seconds on defense, and I do that a lot here because I have to admit I was kind of distracted while playing this by something else, and that's just leading to some terrible defense, and Chempy is currently texting me once again while I am making videos, but I'm just going to go through it. Whatever, I'll sound terrible in this video. I've just come to that assumption, and once again, James Harden, this man is just a stud in this game, and just a crazy drive there as well. I'm down 14, and it's time to just kick it up a notch. Didn't really intend to shoot this, but Rudy hitting it over 2 people. Crazy three-pointer. Haven't hit any of this game, I don't think, so that was a nice pick-me-up there, but Ilgauskas answers with his own little jumper there as well, and who says Brook Lopez can't run the point? He throws a lead pass to Chris Bosh there for the flush. And another Rudy Fernandez sighting. He's just pulling us right back in this game, and finally Granger's getting in it, but I don't know if you guys have seen our stats from most of the videos. He needs to shoot like 20 shots, and he'll drain like 6. He's got a terrible field goal percentage, and Rudy just, having a pretty big impact, hitting some impact shots at least, and Granger, going to the free throw line, he's good at that, but, I'm still considering keeping him, but let me know what you guys think. We're rallying here with these nets, and Chris Bosh doing his typical fadeaway jumper there, and pretty sad moment here. Brook Lopez gets rejected, I think, or stolen by Kevin Durant, and I have to play some defense. I keep saying this about Granger, and I forgot he had a decent game defensively. He gets a block there, and Rudy gets the open jumper on the fast break, and I feel like I'm eating my words here, but Granger, that was my fault. Kevin Durant, filthy dunk at the end of the third quarter, just making me look dumb for not paying attention to him. I didn't think he was going to drive so soon, but it's still a game, and these guys are beasts right now. But so is my team when they're playing good, and that is a very, very good sign there to see Chris Bosh just lighten things up early on here in the fourth quarter. And why not just pull up in my man's face and drain it? When he's going good, my team is just unstoppable. And John Wall doing some filthy crossovers there, but Kevin Durant makes sure he fouls him hard by slapping that ball all the way into the first row there. It was pretty sick, and I think John Wall gets the block here, and I'm just going to take it. They're not really guarding me too well on ball, and I take it, put up a little floater, and it just money coast to coast there and doing everything for us. And he's injured, but like I said, Big Z just doing his thing. Not his typical game, but, I get a little lucky here as well. Draw the foul. Let's look at this again in the replay. Do a little bit of a hesitation move, and it's a little bit cheesy looking, but I'll take it. This has been a tough game, and they've hit their own crazy shots as well. And we got White here hitting a shot, and I don't believe he's that great of a shooter in real life, but these guys are good when they need to be. And Granger once again making me eat my words and playing like a beast here in this fourth quarter, but this is probably his best game or most critical game he's had in a while. And Brook Lopez with a man-sized move. He didn't even show any emotion, but that was filthy and huge for us. And John Wall is being his athletic, quick little agile self there and going right between the defenders. But once again, White doing some big things here in the fourth quarter. And I'm just messing around with a dual player control here. I haven't used it too much, but that leaves John Wall open for an oop. I don't get too many opportunities to throw an oop to him, and that's Kevin Durant for you in this game. I thought I had him locked up, but he hop-stepped, and that forced Granger to just run right by him, and he had an easy layup there. And it's a one-point game now thanks to James Harden, and I get Brook Lopez here in the post. He's been doing well this game. Why not give him another opportunity? And that's exactly what I do with the up and under, and it rolls in. I'm up 3, but it's towards the end of the game here. And look at that. I mean, I don't know if you want to go back, but Danny Granger, terrible defense, leaving, I think it was Jeff Green, wide open under the hoop. And I got so worried here that Kevin Durant was going to drain that shot, but he passes out to Maynard. We're down 1. I've got a chance to take the lead here. I could keep going with Bosh here in the post, but I pass it out to Rudy for the shot to win the game. And I miss. And there you have it. I do lose this game, and I promised some people I'd post a game where I lose every now and then, and this is just one of those. And Let me know what you guys think about that Granger situation, and hopefully my microphone wasn't too annoying this time through. But yeah, give me some feedback on those topics, and hopefully I'll have a video here where I win uploaded fairly soon. But yeah, later guys.